Hey gang, Bison here. Would like to talk about and do a review today of the brand new Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro Survival Knife. Now, once we look at this, we're really going to discover that out of the entire line of Gerber Bear Grylls products, this is the most durable looking and well constructed. Honestly, in my opinion, all the other knives in the series really would be for a backup purpose. The quality for me is nothing more than for an everyday use at work or a secondary throwaway emergency backup if needed. But out of the whole line, again, this is the quality out of the bunch. You know, I'm a real fan of the products because I'm a fan of Bear Grylls as a man, an adventurer. These are a couple of his books. I really suggest going and checking these out to learn more about him and forget all the baloney you read about on the internet about, you know, man filmed in the wild and all that crap. I mean, this show is like for reference. If he doesn't sleep overnight, who really cares? He's teaching us stuff. Anyway, off topic. Sorry, so here's the new knife. Let's take her out of the sheath. Zoom back a bit, the other back. It's in there very snugly. Zoom back a little more. Knife pops out. Very, very, very nice looking. The overall length of this knife is 10 inches. The blade length is 4.8 inches. It is a fine edge drop point blade. It is made out of 9C CR19 MOV stainless steel. I really like the handle. And this version here is black, not the darker gray, and it's made out of a TPE overmold. Very grippy. What I like here, just off the bat looking at it, like the older knife, we have the eyelets here to lash this to a stick or a staff if need be to make a spear for defense and or hunting. We have our nice hammering end over here, and as we can see, unlike the older one, this is full tang. The blade length goes all the way down to the very bottom, and this is welded together here. And of course we have our upgraded whistle, which is a better construction than the old whistle, but to me it sounds the same. Here it goes. Slightly bigger based on based on how you blow into it, but this is definitely coming off because it's definitely going to be in the way of stuff. I may put it somewhere else. And as usual, you have Bear signature. Another feature I love about this, it is no serrations, and we have this groove here, which is good for two things. One, when you're sharpening it, you can get all the way to the edge of the blade. You're not hitting the handle here, and for like a sharpening of a staff or a spear or whittling or something, you can move your finger up here to get a better, closer grip to do some finer work, which I think is very cool. And as usual, we have our striking point here for our fire steel. So let's take a look at the sheath. Very nice, much more streamlined, very, very solid. This sheath is made of military grade mildew resistant plastic and rubbery materials. We have our fire steel up here, which pops out and it fits in very snug, unlike the other knife where it was mounted at the bottom and could fall out, and it's got a little notch here where it does lock in. I also see down here at the bottom, you can see the light through it now, there's a drain hole in case she gets wet. And another very, very cool feature on this is at the bottom we have a pull-through carbide sharpener on the sheath. So to sharpen it, just pull her through like that. I'm not going to do it because the blade actually comes very, very, very razor sharp, unlike its original version, which does not. We have our standard belt loop here. What I dislike is, it doesn't open up or is not big enough for a web belt for our guys in the military or police, or if you just choose to wear a thicker belt like a 511 belt or Blackhawk belt or something. And unlike the other knife, we have a pouch, only this time it's up here, with a little ribbon that pulls out, and you have your Bear Grylls Priority Herb Survival Guide. And these are, unlike I said in my last video, these are waterproof. So that's cool. I read it, and I tested it, and they are waterproof. You gotta let them dry for a bit, though, before you put them back in, obviously. But this is the new knife. We can do a comparison to the old knife real quick. I did some additions to myself. I added the lanyard, and I wrapped it around, so if this thing did come out, it wouldn't disappear on me. And I can just undo the sheath and take it out. I also added my own lanyard here. I reattached the whistle, and the cool thing about this is I can put my hand through here and do what I need to do with the knife. And we can just look at the blade differences here. Get my hand out of here. The newer knife appears to be slightly thicker, and the sheaths do not match up. You can't interchange sheaths. There's the handle. This knife, I've got a cut open view of this knife that I found on eBay. The blade pretty much ends up about here inside, and it's just molded over. And this you can see is nicely riveted. And if we look at some of the sheath differences, this older sheath opened up to reveal this knife sharpener, and then we have the sharpener in here. Way to go. This is a much better design. Okay, and this is also removable, and there's drain holes back here. And then on the back, we have this signaling guide, which is cool. Surprised I didn't get it on that. I guess this is much wider. And then this pouch back here for the Priority of Survival's Guide, which really never fit to begin with. So, and as usual, these are guaranteed with Gerber's lifetime warranty, which I did test out because I bought this when it first came out a few years ago, and very cool. Really like this a lot to throw in the pack, wear on your belt when you're doing a hike or whatever you're doing. Again, with all of Gerber's lower end, or actually most of the multi-tools, again, this is just, it's very cheaply made. The quality in it, for instance, I sent it back because this item here, the bottle opener, I mean, to be honest, I was kind of misusing it, but what I was doing really didn't put any pressure or tension. I wasn't prying or anything, and it actually snapped at this point right here. I was doing something very light, just actually trying to pull a piece of plastic off of something, and it snapped. And I mailed it to Gerber, and within 2 weeks, they sent me a brand spanking new one. So that was pretty cool of Gerber. So they do stand behind their products, and they're very fast. So there you have it, guys. There's a look at the brand new Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro Survival Knife. Okay, gang, so thanks for watching, and I've got a whole new line. There's a whole new line of Bear Grylls for 2013, and I have a bunch of it in now. And as they come in, I'll show you an overall shot of the new line, and then we'll look at one individually, one by one. And then again, go out and check some of his books out here. He's very cool. A lot of life experiences. You can learn a lot from Bear. Alright, gang. Thanks for watching. Bison out.